So now on the show, I want to take a look at one of the most surprising films of this year, and that film is Hatching. It's a film from Scandinavia, and this film is truly amazing. It revolves around a young girl, a young gymnast called Tinja, played by Siri Solalina, and her mother, played by Sophia Heikelila, is an overbearing mother. She is a social media influencer who tries to capture every moment of the family's life. The father, Jani Volanen, is kind of an aloof kind of father. You kind of look at the mother and father and think, how would those two have ever ended up together? But this film takes on a real brutal kind of feeling when you realize just how overbearing the mother is with Tinja's gymnastics career. She is not a natural gymnast, yet her mother expects her to be completely brilliant, and the result you see is a lot of abuse pushed her way, especially when Rita, played by Ida Matanen, arrives on the scene, the next door neighbor who is a gifted young gymnast and looks like taking Tinja's spot on the team. Now, all of this comes to an horrific kind of plot line when a raven gets inside the house, and while Tinja's trying to rescue it, the mother kills it. Now, soon Tinja discovers that the raven had an egg, and she brings it inside and tries to mother it. The resulting creature that is hatched is truly horrific, although Tinja tries to become friends with it. Now, this is from a director who's done a few Scandinavian films, but never really reached the heights that she has with this film, Hannah Bergholm. This film reminds me a lot of The Babadook in that with the evil creature in this film, you can kind of make up your own mind whether this creature really exists, whether it's part of Tinja's imagination, whether it is part of Tinja's personality. There's a lot of different ways you can approach this film. I have my belief on what this film was trying to say, but I think this is the film that you need to kind of go into yourself, watch, and try and ascertain what you feel is actually happening. I'll warn you, this is a pretty horrific film. Some of the sequences in it are really horrific, made even more so by the fact that a young actress in Siri Solina is having to portray a lot of these roles, because not only does she play Tinja, but she also plays the creature in a lot of this as well. If you group this film together with The Innocents that we just saw as well, it's showing just how harsh Scandinavian horror can be at the moment. Of course, we've seen that in the past with films like Let the Right One In and things like that. These are pretty vicious films. But in my opinion, Hatching is brilliant. I love the way it explores the relationship between an overbearing mother and a daughter. There's a great plot line in this where the mother is having a relationship with this guy called Taro, played by Reno Norden, and the father knows about it and is almost powerless to stop it. Like, there's this power around the mother where people just do whatever she tells them to do, and they don't ask questions about it, and they don't answer her back. I think it's a brilliant film. The creature is unique. It's something that we haven't seen before on screen. The story itself is unique, and I think Hannah Bergholm's done an amazing job, as has the screenwriter Ilya Ratsu, who's done just an amazing job putting this story to paper. I like the fact that it doesn't hold back. It is a very, very harsh film in a lot of the sequences, and there's some truly terrifying sequences throughout this film. Look, if you're a horror fan, if you're a thriller fan, definitely go and check out this film. Like I said, it is a lot. It mirrors a lot of the same emotions that you will feel when you're watching The Babadook, but I think this is an absolutely fantastic film, and I think it's going to become one of my favourite films of this year. I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5.